Touchdown Broncos! This really was my lucky sweatshirt. Not once had we lost when I remembered to wear it. Well, except for that time it went through the laundry, but that was years ago, and I haven't made the same mistake since. Yes, all of us sports fans have our wacky traditions. Mandatory seating arrangements at the bar, strange rituals, and of course, lucky clothing. For me it was my orange Broncos hoodie. Bought after the 2004 season and subsequently forgotten, it was rediscovered at the beginning of 2010 and immediately brought the Broncos to glory again. Every game day that I was home, I made sure to wear it, and without fail, when I did, the Broncos won. When not in use during the off-season, the sweatshirt would sit in a bedroom closet, awaiting the fall and winter months when it would be worn and loved once again. It could never be washed, whether on bye weeks or the off-season, or else its magic would wear off. At the beginning of this season, the Broncos fan base was positively stoked about our potential Super Bowl run with Peyton Manning at the helm, and I was stoked to do my part with the help of my sweatshirt. On opening day, I cracked open the closet and pulled out the hoodie. It was like seeing an old friend who had been out of town for a while. I threw it over my head and immediately realized that it didn't fit quite as it used to. Especially around the neck, it was a bit tighter than it used to be. I attributed this to my poor diet and increased huskiness, and headed over to the Buffalo Wild Wings that we called home during the season without second thought. I got there without incident and was soon in my regular seated position at the bar. The sweatshirt was still giving me discomfort. It was both tighter and itchier than usual, but I was too excited for the game to really care. The game began and our wings arrived. A great time was being had by all. However, as the game continued, I grew more and more uncomfortable. I could feel something was wrong. My senses were heightened. My body was tingling. It felt as if the shirt was closing in on me. By the second quarter, I felt as though I had a rash. By the third, I could scarcely move without the feeling of something hard and sharp brushing against every inch of my skin. Halfway through the fourth, I felt as if I needed to jump in a tank of freezing water to stop the pain. But I couldn't leave now. Peyton was about to throw his NFL record touchdown pass. History was being made. I couldn't leave. My discomfort could wait. I'd go straight from the bar to the emergency room. That's what I told myself. Unfortunately, I wasn't the only one who would need to make the trip, because as I looked down, I saw it. Just sitting there, in front of me. And that's when I realized the hood of my lucky sweatshirt was now a spider's nest.